Attention President of Baker College and Student Services. My name is Lauren Suckley, and I'm here to tell you about something that needs a change at Baker College. First, let me give you a little background on myself. I've been at Baker College for a total of 4 quarters now, 2 of which I've been enrolled in the occupational therapy program. Now, when I first started at Baker, I was helped by a counselor, and she helped me enroll in the classes I needed so that I could apply for the program I wanted to get into. However, these past 2 quarters that I've actually been in my program, I've not had any help academic-wise whatsoever, and this was not my choice. How I felt when I started my program in fall of 2016 was lost. I felt lost because of the lack of academic advising. I also felt unorganized because of the lack of class knowledge, knowing which classes I need to take. And I also felt in need of help of class scheduling. I wasn't sure which classes I needed to take and which classes go well with one another, meaning which classes might be a little bit harder, which classes might be a little bit easier. Baker College is in need of an academic advising office for all students who attend there. It lacks in this area of expertise and is leaving students feeling lost, unorganized, and in need of help of academic schedules. Baker College is in need of an academic advising team that can help students make their life easier by advising them on which classes they need to take. It can be very stressful as a student trying to figure out which classes you need to take, and I abide by this. I'm constantly wondering, do I need to take this class? Do I need to take this class? Or does this class go well with one another? Does this class go well with this one? Currently, Baker does not provide a type of academic service that eases the worry of many students when signing up for classes. There's a lack of academic advisors, and there's no direction from student services. Now, a personal story for me is my first quarter when I was enrolled in the occupational therapy program. I went to student services to sign up for classes, and I had asked them if a certain class would go well with another class, or if I should take this class and choose a different class, depending on the heavier workload or easier workload. And all he answered was, sure. He was just doing whatever I thought, and that to me was no help. Today I'm here to demand for an academic advisor who cares, someone who can walk by my side through the entire process, step by step, of my entire program. Gaining academic advisory will minimize the stress of students. Currently, students are juggling classes, homework, projects. Why add academic scheduling to that mix? They're already on so much stress and have burdens on their shoulder currently. Secondly, it will give the students confidence that they are on the right track. I know for one, I constantly feel like I'm not on the right track. I don't know which classes I need to take, and I don't know which classes I do need to take. It'll also reassure that students won't miss any credits before graduating. I've heard of stories where students didn't know they needed to take this class or maybe 2 classes, and they were so pumped that they were about to graduate, and then they found out they needed those classes still. So they weren't able to graduate until the next quarter. Now, there's also an issue with us moving from quarters to semesters that's also complicating that situation. You may be thinking, oh, we don't need academic advising because students are able to talk to their teachers or student services. This is not true. First of all, teachers. Let's start with them. They're going to say something different than student services will. And they also don't know which classes are compatible with one another. They don't know which classes are harder, which classes might be easier on a particular career program. They also don't know every class needed for the career program paths at Baker. That should be the academic advising team's job. Now, let's talk about student advisors. Well, they're going to say something different than teachers, and they don't know which classes are easier or harder as well. They're also not up to date on which classes are needed and which classes aren't. What I've noticed within my program, and it's very frustrating, is the program directors, they aren't talking with those student services, and people are having problems where they're taking classes, and those classes are going to be dropped once we move to semesters. So there's an unorganization due to the transition of quarters and semesters there. Baker is in need of an academic advisory office. Currently, they are leaving students in the dark because of the lack in academic advising, and this needs to change so students can feel secure, organized, and confident in their school scheduling. I encourage Baker College to create an academic advising team for all students so that they can feel worry-free and know that their classes and course schedules are going to be compatible with their career path.